Hello Stampers, Kelly Acheson at stampabove.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. Today I have some really pretty cards to share with you. I'm featuring a couple alternate ideas using the Grown with Kindness February Paper Pumpkin Kit. Let me show you what the kit was intended to make. These cards are absolutely beautiful. We've got some printed designer series paper on the front panels, and don't you just love the succulents here? I love the banner and that little pop of green under there, as well as the black baker's twine that really adds to the cards. So these were the 3 cards that Stampin' Up! Intended for us to make. You get 9 in a pack this month. And now I'm going to show you some different ideas to use with your paper pumpkin kit. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to come in and grab some of the pieces that I need. I think I'll need one of those. And I'm going to need this card base. And then I'm going to need this card base. Your kits come complete with envelopes too, so these are, once you get them made, they're all ready to send out. Now the first one I'm going to show you, I decided to take this designer series paper that's printed with a pretty succulent U and cut it into panels to put on the front of my card. So I'm going to bring in my paper trimmer, and I measured and figured this out. So what I need here is a piece that is 3 1/4 and then 3 panels at 1 5/8. So this is already 3 1/4. So now I'm going to cut my panels at 1 5/8. And of course I wanted them to be even. This last piece is a little bigger than that. So again, I'm just going to trim that off so it matches the other 2. And then I have a piece of fresh fig here. This is the color that matches the kit this month. And we have an ink spot that comes with it in the fresh fig. All right, this is a really simple way, very simple alternate idea. And I'm just going to add some liquid glue to the back of my panels. Make sure you put them back in order. You want it to say U when it's done. I don't know what we get, but I like to put the first panel on and then the last panel, and then I'll make that middle panel fit in between. Just like this. I think I'm going to pull this one in just a little bit more, and this is one reason I really like using liquid glue, because you have that wiggle room if you need to move something. Okay, that looks great. Then we're going to take one of these, and I'm going to bring in my piercing mat here. I like to use a piercing mat covered with paper to stamp on. And I've got the greeting, can do anything. I'm sorry, can do incredible things. And I'm just going to stamp that on one of these die cut banners. So in your paper pumpkin kits, you get all of these banner type things. They're already die cut. You can stamp on them and pop them up on dimensionals and add them to your card. Also in the kit are the dimensionals, which is pretty cool. And I'm just going to add 2 dimensionals to the back of my banner. Then I decided I wanted just something a little bit more on the front of my card. So I'm going to grab this black baker's twine. And I kind of took it here. I'm going to add a little bit of snail adhesive. And that's just going to hold my baker's twine in place while I kind of finagle it around here. I want it to stick out from under my banner. Let's see if I can get my fingers in there. There we go. And I just did a couple loops here like this. I want to keep it fairly close to what I'm working on, and we'll trim that off, and now we can add our banner. I love making alternate ideas with these kits. I find it to be a really cool challenge. And all of my subscribers, when you subscribe to the Paper Pumpkin Kit through me, get at least around 15 different alternate ideas that I share with you every month using the kit that you got in the mail. So let's say the kit comes and the cards aren't your style, or you just would like to do something else with it. I provide you with 15 different ideas to be able to make other things with your kit. And I do add a few supplies here and there, like this fresh fig layer. I added that. That didn't come in the kit, but isn't that pretty? I love how this looks. Okay, then I had another idea. My second alternate, I'm going to bring in my Memento ink pad. And by the way, this is the Fresh Fig ink spot that comes with the kit. I just happen to have a Fresh Fig big ink pad, so I just used that. But if I didn't, I would certainly use the ink spots. They work great. And I'm going to stamp this teacup that comes with the stamp set right on a piece of Whisper White that I've die cut with the Stitched Shapes framelits. I decided I wanted to color that in using our alcohol markers. I thought I could do something really cool with this. I like the shading provided on the succulents. I thought that would just look really cool. So I am using the dark Granny Apple Green here, and there are, you know, you can use your alcohol markers however it works best for you. But I like to shade first with the darker color, and then I come in and blend that with the lighter color. So I'm just kind of putting some darker shading on here. Now I'm going to come in with my lighter marker. And when you first do this, when you first make your first color pass, I hope you can see this in the camera, it doesn't look too good, right? There's very distinct difference between the light and the dark. But as you continue to color it, you just color over the same area, it really blends it in nicely. So now it looks like I have a shading or darker area on those outside edges. And everybody can be an artist with alcohol markers because they're just so easy to use. You're just going to keep shading, or I should say coloring, until your shading does the magic. They're like magic. These are magic. I was going to say they're like magic markers. They're very different than magic markers. They don't leave those scribble marks when you color with them because they blend so nicely. And that's the alcohol in the marker that allows us to do that. Isn't that just pretty? So as soon as I saw this little cup with a succulent in it, I knew that I had to color it with the alcohol markers because I just thought, oh, they're going to be so pretty. So there's our green part. And then I'm going to use Cajun Craze. And again, I'm going to do the same thing. I've got the darker Cajun Craze here. And I'm just going to color some of this teacup in and make the rim up here the darker color. Let's see how good I can color with you guys watching me. That's always a little tricky, isn't it? You have somebody watching over your shoulder while you're coloring. In this case, you're not over my shoulder, but I know you're watching. Okay, and then on this edge right here, I decided I wanted some shading down this left edge. So I'm just going to come in here and do this. And isn't that just kind of sloppy and weird? But I think it's going to look pretty cool now that we're going to blend with the lighter color. So I'm just going to come in here and color in these smaller areas with my smaller tip. And my idea behind this was that this would look like it was terracotta, because I know a lot of succulents get planted in a terracotta pot. Here I come with the brush end, or the brush tip, and now I'm going to come in here and color in the rest of this. See see if I can stay in the lines. This is pretty thin. And I'm just going to keep blending over that darker area on the left until it's blended in. Okay, now this got a little darker than I wanted, and I knew that it would, so now I'm going to bring in the color lifter, and I'm just going to put a little bit of a highlight right in the middle of my cup. So I'm very happy with that. Let me show you the second card that I made. I'm using the black and white stripes here. I'm going to take some more of these dimensionals. Whoops. First of all, I cut out from the vellum paper. There are vellum paper layers in here. And right in the middle of a piece of the vellum, I cut out a scallop circle from our layering circles framelits. And I decided that that would look pretty cool under my teacup. It's just a very simple little muted accent, and now we're going to put the dimensionals on. I almost forgot to add that layer, so whew, glad I was paying attention. Okay, I'm going to put that right here, and I love black and white cards. Isn't that just striking? Then to go along with that, we've got some more of our banners here. So this greeting says, life is tough, but so are you. And I have so many people that are going through some difficult things in their lives right now that I can send this to. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna pop this out of here. Again, I use the Fresh Fig ink. And whoops, then I'm going to grab one of these and also one of these. So we're gonna take this layer. I'm just going to add a little tape to the middle of it here, and I'm going to put it right here. And you guys don't see me use snail adhesive too often, but I do like to use it with vellum, so that's why I have it out here. Now I'm going to take this green one and add just a little bit of liquid glue right along this edge. And bring in this banner so that there's just a tiny bit popping out from underneath. Just like that. Isn't that cool? I like that. Okay, dimensionals again. Now, these kits come with everything you need except your adhesive. So liquid glue or a tape runner and your scissors. Everything's in these kits. And that makes it super nice because I like to travel with mine. Like I'll take a kit with me if I'm going camping or going to my mom's house up north. I'll take a kit with me and put it all together at her house. And one time I tried to get her to stamp with me. I know it's shocking that my mom doesn't stamp, right? But yeah, it was quite challenging for her. And not everybody's cut out to stamp. So I'm really glad you're here with me today because I know you like to stamp. Now, I'm going to make a triple bow here with my bow jig, and I'm just going to wrap this around 3 times. And I'm going to leave those tails kind of long, cross it over, bring it up and over and back through, and now you just tie it in a single knot. Now my friend Denise's husband makes these bow jigs, but they're gone for the winter. They went down south. And if you'd like to get one, you can email me after April. They'll be back. But all it is holes in a piece of wood. So these are 1 inch apart and then a 1/2 inch increment on the outsides with some nails. And they make beautiful, beautiful bows every single time. Okay, we even have mini glue dots that come in the paper pumpkin kit. And I think that's pretty cool too. So I'm just going to pull the backing off the mini glue dot. It's curled up here a little bit. I'm going to stick it onto my ribbon and hope I can keep it there and off my fingers. Ooh, I did really good. Okay, and then I'm just going to bring this right in here and put it right on my banner. So there's card number 2. Card number 1, card number 2, alternate idea. And then I have a really cool 3D item to share with you today. This video, by the way, is being made for the Paper Pumpkin Blog Hop. And we are also challenged to make a 3D item with all of our paper pumpkin kits. I always find that kind of the funnest part for me because I love making 3D stuff and I love sharing that with you. So I'm going to take this little image, I don't know what you would call it, but I think it's pretty cool. And let's see, this is our pizza box, by the way. We're gonna put this together in a minute, but you get 8 of these in a pack for $6. The inside of them has a coating on it that makes it food safe. So you can put a cookie in here. What a nice little gift to give somebody a cookie that's gonna be in this cute box we're gonna make. So I'm just gonna take a look at this for a second so that I know what I'm doing. Ah, I just dropped my stamp in the ink. So I'm going to stamp this image on the outside panels of my pizza box. And I'm going to do it there and here. Oops, let me make sure I'm staying in the camera here. And here. And here. I'm gonna get a baby wipe. Look at the ink I got on my fingers. It's kind of getting all over. Let me see if I can clean that up a little bit. Oh, look at that. I did this earlier today with something. I just took the baby wipe and wiped it, and it was a piece of cardstock. It came right off, but don't wipe onto the ink part because then you'll just smear it, which I just did, but you get the idea. Okay. So I've got this decorated a little bit. Then the last thing that I wanted to do was to add a piece of our fresh fig to the lid. So this is 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. And I'm just going to put this on here with some liquid glue. And then I took this image, which is also part of the cards, that the layers that came with the kit, and I'm going to add this to the front. And this is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, so it's just a little bit smaller than that fresh fig layer. And then I've got a greeting here that says, "You're the reason I smiled today." We're going to stamp that right up here in that little empty spot. Oh my gosh, that turned out so cute. All right, so let's put our pizza box together. You just fold on all the score lines. I'm going to tuck that in, pull this in, and these pieces go right inside. You can put your cookie in there. You can go to the bakery and get one of those really fancy, pretty cookies. Isn't that cute? I love this. So here's the projects. We've got a cute little pizza box, a beautiful card using the blends. We cut this into panels. And then here are the cards that came with the kit. I shouldn't say came with the kit. I made them, but you have to make them. But these are the way Stampin' Up! Designed the cards, these last 3. So you've got 2 more ideas here and a 3D item. This makes a great little gift. And wouldn't this be pretty to give to somebody that needed a little smile, right? A nice little cookie to go with their coffee and a card. So, what's happening with Paper Pumpkin? I'm glad you asked. During the month of March, Paper Pumpkin is celebrating its 6th birthday. Hard to believe that Paper Pumpkin has been around that long, but it has. And with the 6th birthday celebration, you are going to get 2 stamp sets instead of just 1 in the March Paper Pumpkin kit. So I'm looking for my stamp set here because I don't know what I did with it. Oh, Jesus. Who knows? I've got kind of a bit of a mess going on here. Here it is. So this was a really nice stamp set. It's got lots of greetings in it, this cup, and a bunch of little images. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different stamps in the February kit. The March kit is going to have 2 stamp sets in it. I can't hardly wait to see that. I know it's going to be a lot of fun. And did you know that right now, if you order a 3, 6, or 12-month Paper Pumpkin subscription, a prepaid subscription, you also get celebration benefits with that. We have a whole bunch of products that you can get free with a $50 order. And so the 3, the 6, and the 12-month subscriptions are all over $50. You can get a whole bunch of stuff depending on which subscription you would like. So if you want to click right up here, that's going to take you to my blog. In the right-hand column, you're going to see a Paper Pumpkin icon. And when you find that icon, let me show you what it looks like here. This is the Paper Pumpkin box. This is the box that it all comes in. When you find that icon, you're going to click on that, and that'll take you right to my Paper Pumpkin store where you can subscribe with me. And I will provide you with 15 different alternate ideas using each monthly kit. I'm always thrilled to be able to do that. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. Please make sure you click on that blog link so you can go back to my blog and follow along on the blog hop. There's going to be a whole bunch of us today that are providing alternate ideas. There's a whole bunch of us that are going to be providing alternate ideas using the February Paper Pumpkin kit. So I hope you'll hop along with us. Click down here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a little icon there. You don't want to miss anything I have coming up. And I hope that you will join me tomorrow. I will have another fabulous video for you because we have a great big promotion starting on Friday with some celebration coordination items. That's right, framelits to match some of our celebration sets. So I hope you'll join me for that. Thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend it with me. Bye-bye.